right, welcome back, everybody, to the Travi Wavi. I'm your affable host, Travis Eason, and we are coming to you live once again in the 325 from beautiful, historic downtown Abilene, Texas, the storybook capital of America. And we bring you the Travi Wavi podcast every Thursday morning around 10. We got a little bit later start today because of our guests' school schedule. But we're really excited to have Alex and Malachi on the channel today. We're going to be discussing a number of things related to theater and art and being a student at ACU, my alma mater. And we're just real excited to do this once again. If you are tuning in, please like and subscribe. We really enjoy those subscription numbers. And we also just brought you a live stream of the parade the other night, Tuesday night, and you can catch that. That was a lot of fun. My co-producer, Ben Fair, and I sat down and did some commentary on the parade, and it was really enjoyable. The weather was perfect, so catch that if you haven't seen it. After the Travi Wavi today, the breakdown with Ben, where Ben Fair will bring you all sorts of cultural updates and sport updates and give Big Frank a call up in Chicago, tune into the Bears. Anyway, let's get after the Travi Wavi today. I have two really wonderful people that I just really met today that I'm excited to get to know a little bit more. Alex and Malachi, welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
Really glad that you guys are here. So we're having you on today because we're partnering with ACU Theater to bring a couple of senior direct shows to the Neon Parrot live stage, and that will be coming up this coming Monday, December 8th at 7:30 p.m.
7:30, yes.
Doors will be open by 7, and we're just asking that you purchase a drink next door at Majestic Coffee for your entry ticket. Majestic Coffee allegedly serving Onyx, my personal favorite. Well, boys, let's kick this off. I always ask my guests this question to start us off. Do you have any siblings? So Malachi, let's start with you. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about them.
Yeah, I'm one of 5.
Okay.
I am the second oldest, so I have a older brother, Asher, who is 2 years older than me.
Okay.
He graduated from UTD a few years ago, and he's working now. And then I have my sister is 2 years younger than me. She is her name is Selah.
Okay.
And she's in high school right now. Mm-hmm. Or no, she's not in high school. She's she is in college online for Liberty School.
Okay.
Liberty.
Very cool.
And then Titus is in high school. I have a lot to keep track of. Titus is in high school, and he plays football, and he loves music and worship. He leads worship at church sometimes and stuff like that. Plays guitar. He loves his guitars.
That's great.
and then Benaiah is my youngest sibling.
Your parents have wonderful names for you children.
Yes, all biblical names.
I love it. So you guys stay in touch?
Yeah. I just went home for a Thanksgiving break, and it was great. We played a ton of games, all as a family.
Good, I love that.
We love board games and video games and things as family. Yeah,
that's great. What about you, Alex?
I am in a family of 4, so I have an older brother who's 8 years older than me. His name is JT, and he's actually married.
Okay.
So I have a sister-in-law. Her name is Sabrina, and they have a beautiful 1.5-year-old daughter named Cece.
Lovely.
So I love being uncle. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. I love that duty. And then I'm actually, this is a really cool fun fact, I'm actually a triplet.
Oh, wow.
So I have a brother and a sister who are my age. My brother right now, he's at A&M. Mm-hmm. He's going to graduate next December, studying math education, and he's engaged to his beautiful fiance. Her name's Callie. And then I have a sister who is in Lubbock studying law school. She's in law school over there. She loves it. So her name's Dee Dee. And yeah, it's one crazy family, I would say. But I mean, they're awesome. Like, I love my siblings.
Well, props to your older brother for putting up with the 3 of you.
I know. He went into my parents' room one day and was like, Mom and Dad, when y'all die, I'm going to be the only one here. And then that's when my parents were like, okay. So, yeah.
Here you go. Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on the channel today. It's going to be a wonderful conversation. So, Malachi, you're directing. You're both senior directors in the ACU Theater program, and also theology. a little bit as well,
Yes,
Malachi?
yeah.
How's that been for you? What has that been like for you 4 years at ACU studying Bible and theater?
Yeah, it's been busy. So I have technically 3 majors right now. I have 2 majors in Bible. One of them is children's ministry, working with children, and then the next one is biblical languages, so ancient Greek and Hebrew, and then I have a theater degree, and throughout my years at ACU, it's kind of I started ACU with only a children's ministry degree and a theater minor, and I gradually, as I progressed in ACU, added more and more to my schedule because I loved all 3 of those areas. I grew up doing theater at my home community theater in the Dallas area, and wanted to keep that part of my life. So yeah, it was great to add theater to my schedule, and then biblical languages was kind of just an add-on because I took a Greek class and I really loved it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do more of this.
That's wonderful.
So it was, yeah. So but it's been incredibly busy because I'm still set to graduate in 4 years. So
yeah, packed a lot in there.
Yeah. Packed a lot in there, but
good. Well, we'll come back to this because I want to tie some of that into the shows that you've written that we're going to get so much more.
Yeah.
So, Alex, what about you? How has your time at ACU been?
Yeah. So I started off as a digital entertainment technology major.
Okay.
And I took an art class and realized, I don't like this. So,
what department is that with?
It is with the School of Information Technology and Computing. So it's a computer science plus art degree. So they mainly focused on, there's 2 tracks in that degree, which was cinematic and game design. And so your focus is in that, but
fascinating. I don't think they had that.
No, it's one of their newer degrees, but it's a great degree.
Yep.
But just not for me. So I started following my mom's footsteps and started studying computer science, and I did love that. I did like programming. Programming's fun, but it just got very complicated, and I went off. I took a semester off, and I worked at Disney World. I did their Disney College program, which was incredible, great experience. And I came back, realized, I don't want to be sitting at a desk all day. Like, I don't like that. I need to be up. I need to be doing something 24/7. So I was already a theater minor at the time. So I went up to Don. I was like, hey, I'm ready to make the switch. So I officially made the switch a couple years ago. I believe it was, when did you?
Sophomore year, my sophomore year.
We became theater majors at the same time.
Very fun.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I added a ministry track. And then just as of this semester, I officially added my directing track.
Fun.
So yeah,
fun.
I'm really happy with the decision that I made. And yeah.
And Alex, you directed God of Carnage.
Yes, I did.
And I think Sam said that there was a tricollegiate reading of some of these shows just recently. Were you part of that?
No, I was
okay, so
not.
I've got my wires crossed in communication. That's okay. When have you already done your show, your project?
Yes, we did. We did it right before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It was a great turnout. We did it at Abilene Community Theater in their Act 2 Black Box. It used to be a former art gallery, is what Larry Wheeler, who is like their house manager over there, told me. And so we got to honor that by hanging some art pieces up.
Very cool.
In our set. But what was really cool about the show, if y'all don't know the show is about like 2 sets of parents meeting together after their kids got into an argument and one kid hit the other kid with a stick. So they're meeting together to kind of come up with the next steps, but then soon their veneers and their masks come off and they start getting a little chaotic with the argument. It's really funny. Very clever writing. It was very fun to play with. But whenever I walked into the space, the audience is already sitting on two sides.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, the audience is already split up. So I got to really play with that a lot. And I mean, I loved it. Like, it's one of my favorite plays. I discovered it while just listening to a version of it on my drive to back home. I was like, oh, I like this. So I found a copy at Half Price Books, which I love going to Half Price Books.
Absolutely.
Who's the playwright of that?
Yasmina Reza. Yeah. And she's a French writer. So she wrote Art, which is currently on Broadway. I believe it's closing soon, but it's currently on Broadway with Neil Patrick Harris, James Corden, and I forget the other guy, which is another very clever show. And they're all translated by the same guy, Christopher Hampton. And he does a really good job. So yeah, it's a great play. It's slowly one of my favorite plays. What's so fun about it is that the four actors just stay on stage the entire time. They don't go off. And it's like, I was talking with Dawn, and when she watched it, she was like, this is like a workout. Like, they're on stage the entire time. They're running around. They're throwing stuff at each other, and like, they don't stop talking. Like, I felt so bad when giving the script to my actors. They're like, I can't memorize all these lines. Like, this is so many lines. I'm like, I don't have to do it. So.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. So it was well attended and went well. And you're proud of it.
I'm very proud of it. Very proud of it.
I went to see it, and it was incredible.
Good.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
So Malachi, you are also a senior student director, but you have written some shows that we're going to see on Monday. Tell us about that and your process and how you came to birth that.
Yeah. So I was I guess it was last year. I was a part of Adam Hester's. He teaches a playwriting course at ACU, and I was in that course. And we wrote a variety of different lengths of plays, types of scenes and types of plays. That the ending of that course was we had to write a one act play. And so we kind of worked up to that through the whole semester. These two particular plays are lengthened versions of some of the earlier scenes that we wrote.
Okay.
So they're both about 15 minutes long now, running about like 30 minutes together. And the first one was actually based off of the very first assignment that we'd got in that class, which was a action scene. And we had to write a full story with just stage direction, no dialogue. And so this first play is called A Table for Two, and it's a man walks into a fancy restaurant, and he's waiting for his date to arrive. Okay. And things start to go wrong around him, and he's trying to fix things, and he's waiting for his date to arrive, but just everything is going wrong. And then things kind of wrap up nicely at the end, but yeah, so it is interesting working a play with no dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's something that I've never done. I've never really seen either. It's definitely a comedic piece. Thinking like almost like Mr. Bean. If you've watched like Mr. Bean, the '90s show, it's like situational comedy that just doesn't utilize dialogue much. And so it's been an exercise both as a writer and as a director, and for the actors too. The actors are doing a fantastic job, but we're exploring what telling a story is like without using dialogue, or with they use like vocalizations, and they'll say a word every once in a while, but it doesn't rely on the dialogue at all.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to seeing that.
So it's interesting.
And then you have a second piece.
And then the second piece is called Charlie's Elephants. Okay. And it started off as one of the assignments we had to do for playwriting was we had to write a conflict scene between two characters, and it just had to show conflict and working on the dialogue and stuff and showing conflict. And I ended up writing a scene between a husband and wife. The husband is a painter, and so there's painting on stage, and he's working in his studio, and his wife comes in, and his wife kind of confronts him about the time that her husband Christopher is not spending with their son Charlie. And so the play is kind of the conflict between the husband and wife and discussing how Christopher's time with Charlie and the reason why he's painting and not with Charlie and things like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so I lengthened that, and the actors are doing incredible in that also.
Fun.
And it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
And then Monday night at 7:30 here at Neon Parrot Live, we'll be watching both of those shows. And then there's another director who couldn't join us today for the podcast, Ashton.
Yes.
And can you guys speak to what Ashton's show is about?
Yeah. In the same class, Ashton wrote, for his one-act show, he wrote his original work, Mothman in Heels. And it is a beautiful, story about just identity and finding who you are with what you love. And it's so good. And Ashton is an incredible writer. The way he uses supernatural ideas in his work
And cryptids.
Yes,
Yeah.
cryptids. He loves putting cryptids in his work.
Yeah.
And this one is just a good example because he's not only talking about cryptids, but he's also talking about queer identities and comparing those two together. And I think it's really good. And it, I was in that class too.
Yep.
I was in the playwriting class, and just seeing Malachi's work and seeing Ashton's work, it's just really cool. And Ashton is a longer scene, so because it is
It's a
his
full
one
one
act.
act. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his full one act, so it is 30 minutes long, and it'll be happening on the same day.
Yeah.
But he did a really good job writing it, and I'm excited to see these shows.
Yeah.
so.
I'm excited to see these shows. So Monday night at 7:30, I'll be here for sure
Yeah.
to watch all this wonderful theater. How did you guys, you talked a little bit about coming to ACU and all this, but what's next? You guys are both graduating in May, and with in part theater degrees, right? And how are you going to make money? What are you going to do? I think theater's the best education, but so I'm giving you a little bit of heckling here. But what are you guys going to do next?
Well, so my hope is I know in March I'm planning on joining the senior musical theater tracks and acting tracks in New York.
Okay.
But I'm going to be using that opportunity for networking. So my hope is to get connected with some people out there. I feel like with a theater degree, your plans are always open to anything. Like Eric Pickney said in our theater management classes, you are your own business. You have to create your brand. You have to market yourself well. So I'm hoping to go out to New York and network there. But my hope is to move. I'm from San Antonio, so to move to Austin/San Antonio area, and do two things. One is my high school theater teacher and I are looking at opening up our own studio, taking over a theater company.
Very
and
cool.
then my second thing to do is to get my master's in directing and dramaturgy.
Very cool.
I'm looking at Texas State right now. So my future plan is everywhere. I like to say, I'm applying anywhere and everywhere, networking wherever I can, getting my name out there. But I feel like that's what you have to do.
Absolutely.
And I think with a directing degree, it's a little more marketable because I'm not limiting myself to just performing. I can also direct. I can also help design and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Good. Very good. Malachi?
Yeah. I am still trying to for sure figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
still trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think right now the best option that I've been looking at is to either go straight into a children's ministry and be working in a children's ministry context. And if I did that kind of thing, if I did that kind of thing, I would get to be creating things, and like I could create skits, I could write things, I could act in things in the children's theater. So it would still be kind of I want to do something creating in the future, and the arts. But I also love working with children, and I have a passion for ministry as well.
Very good.
So children's ministry is a possibility. Another possibility, I'm considering grad school at ACU for Bible. So kind of weighing the options between those two main options for immediately after school. But then, yeah, I think someday I want to do something creating my own content in whether it be for ministry or whether it be just content that has kind of underlying messages and stuff that are from the Bible and things like that.
I like that.
Kind of Mr. Rogers-esque.
Yeah, that's really good. So I have 3 children, and my youngest is a senior at Abilene High, and she's really considering ACU and the theater department, which is great. But, so I'm just sitting here thinking, when I graduated, I didn't really know what I was going to do either. But you do find a way forward. There's always a path forward. But thinking about you guys in your young 20s, graduating college with or without a debt load, right? ACU is not a cheap school. And then having, you guys are coming of age in a time of artificial intelligence, which is having a huge impact on the landscape for artists, creatives, writers, students, college graduates, job loss and all these things out there. And like I said before, I do think theater is the best education because it's the most rounded. It teaches you how to communicate well, tell a story, work together. A lot of really important things that a lot of folks lack, those skills. So I think it's a really important thing to graduate with a theater education. That being said, does it give you any concern or pause for worry or anything, knowing that you're entering a job market that is maybe less certain than it was even 5 years ago with the onslaught of artificial intelligence? Did you guys spend much time thinking about this? Have you used AI? Give me some feedback.
I mean, with theater, you can't really create theater through AI, which I'm always like, that's great. I'm glad that AI is not going to be like taking over a lot in the theater space. Rather, AI will be used as a tool to help theater, not versus like taking over.
We're probably not going to watch robots do Shakespeare, but we could.
Not.
It's possible.
It could be possible,
Maybe.
but I hope not.
Yeah.
But I've been talking with a lot of my friends, and coming from like a computer science background, they were saying like the job market even for them is hard too, because like it's just hard. And like I understand how you're gonna feel after you graduate, Alex. I'm like, well, I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
And but it's very interesting just to see this new rise. And luckily, theater's still around. It's still gonna be there. And like you said, theater is one of the most versatile degrees out there. And just the way you can adapt to anything. Like my mom worked for USAA.
Okay.
Back. She just retired a couple years ago, and she worked there as an IT project manager. And she was saying they would hire people like theater majors. They'll hire people with BFAs because they think differently. And USAA approaches insurance very differently than most companies. Like they're the first to come up with like using cameras to deposit your checks and all that stuff. So so they needed people to think differently. So I believe like with a theater degree and with the rise of AI, we're going to have people think differently, approach things in a new way. I mean, I remember like this semester, like during syllabus week, they're all saying, all our professors are saying, no AI, but it's like, how can we use AI?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be so honest. I use AI as a glorified search engine. Like, it's easy to look up stuff. Even whenever I was looking up like shows I should consider on doing for a Christian university, I put that in AI, and they gave me a whole list. Now, some of the shows are, I was like, I would not be doing Bug by Tracy Letts at Abilene Christian University. No, but like, it helped me broaden my search and made it quick and easy. That's what I use AI for. But I mean, I can't tell AI, hey, direct a show for me.
Yeah.
Like, come up with my show and have it there. And if you ask AI to write a script, it's not good. It's like,
it's terrible. I was playing with it before the parade the other night. I was just like, I wonder what if. So I said, write me a script between two commentators and a producer for the Abilene Christmas parade, and go. And I only read the first couple things because I was like, this is so corny and cheesy, but it did it. I mean, I'm not going to follow the script, but it did it, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is it quality? Maybe not yet, but it is interesting. And, you know, so you guys grew up in an age in the digital age, right? Like your whole life you've been surrounded by iPhones and iPads and computers. I'm in the weird generation X where we had an analog childhood, but we came of age during the time of the digital crossover, and now exploring this whole AI ecosystem that's coming at us. So it's an interesting time to be alive and to be thinking about and talking about these kind of issues, and especially as artists, right?
Yeah.
And trying to find our way. Is it a partnership? Is it a revolution? Is it a war? I don't know, but it's happening. It's happening. Yeah.
I think I am very, I try my best to stay away from AI as much as possible, especially in creative process. Because I think where it's run into me most often recently, AI and the talk of AI is it is in my children's ministry major. Actually, we've talked about it in theater majors and stuff like that. But in my children's ministry major, there was a conference that I went to, and one of the sessions that I attended was about the use of AI in children's ministry, and someone was talking about how AI can help speed up the process of preparation for ministry, and having it do things like write scripts. Like they used the example of using AI to write puppet scripts to perform for kids and things like that, and tell the Bible story and skits to tell the Bible story. And that really didn't sit right with me. Yeah. Because I think partially because that's the kind of stuff that I want to do in the future. Yeah. the exact stuff like writing children's content with puppets or whatever for kids. I want to be doing that kind of stuff. And if it's something that is kind of like thrown away of like, oh, I can just type it into AI and have it spit out something for me to use next Sunday. Yep. It just feels yes, it speeds up the process and maybe relieves stress from you, but also I think it builds you as a minister to push past that temptation to use the easy way out, but actually to form those things yourselves or figure out other options that can really to really use your skill and you as a human.
Well, it's
to,
almost
to
like
tell
we're farming
Bible
out our
stories.
humanity
Yeah,
to the community, to the computer. And unfortunately, I don't want to sound pessimistic here, but it looks like this is going to be happening more and more, right? We're
Right.
just going to farm out all our logic, our creativity, our thinking, our ability to search and find things. If we continue just to farm that out to an intelligence that maybe is smarter than us in a few years or less, where does that leave us?
Right.
And if we're willing to do the hard work to make and put the effort in to make something that we find important and impactful,
Yeah.
that's my concern about this chasm that's coming. Is like where do we find our meaning and purpose as humans if we've given it all to the computer?
Right.
But I don't know. That's something that we'll all face together as we move forward.
Yeah.
100%.
Let's talk some more about Monday night and then moving forward into the ACU the rest of the season. So again, Monday night, December 8th, 7:30 p.m. Doors will open here at 7 at Neon Parrot Live, and we'll watch 2 pieces from Malachi and a piece from Ashton, who's not here. Really excited about that theater. No robots on stage that night. So, but we have a number of other things coming up on the ACU schedule.
Yeah.
Alex, help me out with some of that.
Yeah. So coming up, actually coming up this week, I think on Saturday is our one night only dance show. Neither of us are in it this year, but it's a great show to showcase like our musical theater tracks and our dance tracks, and anyone who likes to dance. It's really fun.
Where will that be, and when will that
It will be, I think, December 6th. It's a Saturday at 7:30 in Folks Theater.
In Folks Theater on
Yes.
campus, and is that free to the public also?
I think there's a
$5 maybe. Or
I think
A
it's
small fee.
small fee.
small fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great show. It's one, like the title says, it's only one night only. So we have some student choreographed pieces, and we also got some guest choreographers from New York City, Gary
cool.
Varner, and I think no,
Jer-
not
Jeremy
Gary, Jeremy
Varner,
Varner.
Yeah.
I would love to see Gary Varner dance.
Oh, it'd be great. Be great.
Jeremy Varner and Abby Varner, I think it is.
Okay.
Both of them choreographed some great dances. I was talking with my friend. They're very unique. But I was like, I love the unique stuff because that's what musical theater is turning into. Is very different. I love it. So I'm excited to see that. That's happening on Saturday. And then in February 8th, we have our Student Direct, which is directed by Ashton Taylor at 7 and 1 Books, which is just down the street. Yeah. And it is This Random World by Stephen Dietz. It's a great show. It's one of my favorites. I love that show. And then it also in February, I think it's the February 26th to the 28th. I forget the dates, but the last weekend of February, we have Violet, which is a great musical, which me and Malachi are both in.
Yes.
I'm playing the preacher track, and
I'll be just ensemble throughout. Yeah.
it's a great show.
Fun.
I love that show so much. I've been listening to it all summer, so I'm really excited about it. That will be happening last weekend of February, and then in the last weekend of April, we have the 25th Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Okay.
Which I will be assistant directing, which was just announced a couple days ago, actually.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm really excited about that. It's one of my favorite shows, and that one's fun because there might be some audience participation in that one.
Yeah, that's a good
So
show.
make sure you head on over, and
Absolutely.
maybe you'll be one of the spellers. Who knows?
That's good. So if you're looking for more wonderful theater, you can check out ACU Theater's website. They're on Facebook also, and I can't remember the number for the box office, but it's also on the website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's I forget the area code.
325.
325 674 Arts.
Arts, yeah, and you can get season ticket holders are always welcome at ACU. Also, lots of other great collegiate theater happening, McMurray and Hardin Simmons, and I'm currently talking with a local theater buff about maybe doing a quarterly kind of Hearts for the Arts theater podcast that we'll maybe start doing in 2026. So we can look forward to that. Yeah. Well, boys, what else am I missing today? What else do we need to talk about?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're approaching the end of the semester, so it's been a hectic semester. I would say that for sure.
One thing we could talk about is we're both in children's theater.
Oh, fun!
Yes.
With taught by Joey Banks. It's a class at ACU, and that's a really fun class. That we have performances coming up for that as well during finals week. What we did for that class was we chose 2 shows that are in the public domain that we could adapt. We wrote adaptations to them, and then we had somebody in the class be a director, and people in the class do design elements and stuff, and then all of us are in the shows as well, acting. And what we did was we toured around Abilene and to different places to have children watch us perform.
Good.
Which was so much fun. We did Princess and the Pea.
Okay.
And then Peter Pan, which I love Peter Pan, and I'm so glad I was on the writing team for Peter Pan.
That's fun.
And both shows are so fun.
I was on the writing team for Princess and the Pea.
Very fun.
They're 2 very different shows, and I think it was very interesting because we had a huge reflection right before Thanksgiving about the shows, and I was saying how with children's theater, you can go very moral focused, or you can just go slapstick comedy, and that's the
two shows. Yeah,
the 2 shows that we got. I was on the writing team for Princess and the Pea, and I wanted to kind of pay homage to my childhood and kind of poke at Disney Channel and all that stuff. So it's very much Disney Channel slapstick, and I mean I love it. I think it's a funny little play.
Yeah. And then with Peter Pan, I took the direction of I guess in those 2 that you laid out, more moralistic. And I love the story of Peter Pan, and so kind of me and my writing partner Matthew, we looked at different adaptations of Peter Pan that are there, and we pulled things from different versions of Peter Pan, and it kind of starts and ends with a boy in his bedroom playing with toys and trying to get his father to play with him. So I think it's a story about the boy and his father.
This is a theme for you, Malachi. I'm hearing this. This is coming across.
So it's about a boy and his father, and the boy goes into Neverland, and then the same guy who plays the father is Captain Hook as well, and so there's that interaction, and it is kind of a full circle kind of redemption between a son and his father.
Good. Very good.
Yeah,
it's a good one. I mean, and all these shows are what we call trunk shows.
Yes.
So all the props, all the sets, all the costumes are in a trunk, and we just show up wearing our blacks. So we show up with that, and then we pull out everything that we need right before the show or even during the show, and it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I think it's a cool form of theater, and I mean, what Joey's been saying, it's one of the best gigs that you can get is being a children's theater tour.
Absolutely. I don't know if I've shared this on the channel, but many, many years ago, I toured with the National Theater for Children in Boston and Florida, and it is a blast to show up with very little. We were basically touring with a trunk and a little bit of pipe and drape. And you're looking out on 300 to 500 little eyes and little souls looking at you, wanting to be entertained. And maybe you've got 20 minutes, 45 minutes for your show, and you change the energy in the room. You change the rest of the day for those kids. They go home and play out some of the scenes that they saw. Abilene has a wonderful young audience program that also does that with a lot of different. Gary Varner and I used to do a lot of young audiences.
Cool, yeah.
But I think Joey's right. Back to theater. If you can stand in front of a classroom of people or an auditorium full of children and hold their attention and show them something, teach them something, wake something up inside of them, it's a very, very powerful place to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you guys perform your shows, did you go to schools? Did you go to?
We went to a couple of schools, and then we also performed had a family weekend at the Nickel.
Okay.
So it was we did Princess and the Pea since they have a whole exhibit around I forget the author's
name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But she wrote an adaptation of The Princess and the Pea with a Latina focus.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we performed at the Nickel, the Illustrated Literature Museum, and then Highland Church of Christ. They have Young Children's World, so performed for their preschool, and then the other one was St. John's Episcopal School.
Very good. Very good.
So a variety of different ages and like places. Some of them were on stage, some of them were just on the ground right in front of the kids.
Very good.
And then on Wednesday we're performing it for like the school for ACU.
Department or whatever.
It's gonna be fun to see their reactions to a children's theater piece. But I mean, like every single performance was different because you had like, especially in the school focus areas, you had the teachers shushing the kids like, oh,
no, come sit over by me.
Yeah. all that. There was a couple of those like, come sit by me.
Hands and laps.
Yeah. So they weren't as engaged, but like with the Nickel, I think that was one of our better performances, just because the kids were engaged, or yelling at us, or asking us questions while we're performing, and it's fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun challenge.
So it's also fun for me to watch kind of how the ACU theater tracks and programs have changed over the years. When I first came on board, Gary was teaching that class, and we did a children's theater show right before the homecoming musical at the convention center. Can you imagine like a whole set and costumes and then striking that for the homecoming musical? But that's kind of how the schedule used to go. But the same concept. The class comes together and puts together a show, and saw some really good ones back in the day.
That's cool.
It's a lot different. A lot of things have changed.
Yeah.
I know. I love. I took improv with Gary, so
Me too. Yeah.
He was just a great professor, and just the way that he's a very comedic guy, and I love that. Like, I've learned so much about comedy through him, and I wanted to kind of go back to the shows that we were directing. So in Malachi's Table for Two, he has this wonderful actor named Josh Worrell. And Josh Worrell was actually in my show. So it was fun. I haven't sat down and talked with him about this, but like just watching him, he's a sophomore, so still very like new to the department. But just the idea of his comedy, and like I wanted to see how he approached both shows. So like a dialogue focus dark comedy versus like no speaking dialogue slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
So,
and I will say, like, after seeing him in your show, I was it threw me off because it was completely different than what he does in Table for Two. He and I told him after the show, I'm like, you are doing a great job at differentiating.
He's got good range.
Yeah, thinking, and it's still hilarious in your show, but it is a different feel and a completely different type of character.
That's great.
And he did a great job of balancing.
I
didn't know he was balancing that. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Any shows? You talked about some shows coming up this spring. Have they announced anything for next year?
No,
Not yet. Find out later.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the senior year kind of like blues, just being like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
We're gonna
when
be
they
gone.
announce it.
I really know.
When they announce it, some people are excited, some people are happy. I think there is one show that they've announced, but they announced it like it was supposed to happen in the spring, which was Jane Eyre.
Oh yeah.
Jane Eyre, the
So-
musical, yeah.
Yes. So I think Jane Eyre is happening in the spring of next year, so 2027. So that's a great show. It's gonna be directed by Joey Banks.
Okay.
So
I think we did Jane Eyre.
Jane Eyre was the first show I ever ran sound for.
Was that the first show we did in
Ben
Wolfpack?
Fair,
Ben Jeffrey.
Ben Jeffrey was the lead for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
And at one moment during his most epic song, he had a mic failure. And he came out and he sang that song a cappella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was mixing the volume because I don't remember how the music came in. It was through one of those auto
Like
Yeah.
a click
things.
tracks.
And I still had to boost the music very loud. That's how much his voice
He could fill.
He's now
Wow.
Pumbaa on Broadway.
Yeah.
You don't know
Yeah.
that.
well,
Crazy.
I'm glad that you
It
mentioned.
was an incredible show.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you mentioned Ben Jeffrey because I went to New York back in like 2012, and that's how I first heard about ACU was watching The Lion King.
Oh, no kidding.
I know.
That's
And
great. What a small world.
Wow.
I know. And my parents pulled out the playbook. They're like, look, this guy,
Yeah.
he went to ACU. I was like, no way. So then I was like, I'm going to do theater at ACU. Now look at this.
Ben Jeffrey,
That's
if you're ever watching, come back to Abilene. We'll put you on the podcast. We would have a blast. Yeah, he was one of my shop foremen. Taught him how to weld. We did a foreman calendar that year with all the guys were topless. It was kind of fun.
Oh, that's hilarious.
pushing the limits a little bit there.
A little bit.
Well, guys, as we wrap up today, any final thoughts? Anything you really want to share with the audience besides come out Monday night, 7
Yes.
o'clock down here to watch some really great original theater work?
Yeah.
I mean, I think just like as like a final note, just saying like if there's something you want to do, and this is just like, I mean, I've done tours for ACU theater before, and I tell all the other people who are considering ACU, if there's something you want to do, you got to do it. Like, I'm not a performance track, but I've involved myself in almost every single show. And I'm doing that with every single main show this semester. I'm involved in all of those. So whether that's performing, whether that's being an understudy, whether that's like assistant directing or stage managing, you just got to go out there and involve yourself. And that's how you're going to build up your resume. That's how you're going to build up your portfolio. And the one thing that's so great about ACU and why I love the theater department here is how versatile it is and the ability to just how the professors make you learn everything. You're not just stuck learning, oh, this is how you sing this note. This is how you tap dance. Like, no, if you are a design tech major, you're going to be persuaded to take a tap class. You're going to be asked to do an acting class. I mean, I took tap with Josh Hervey, and it was one of my favorite things ever because I got to see Josh Hervey tap.
Yeah.
But like, that's one thing that you don't get a lot at other BFA programs is the versatility. Like having, I didn't know how to sew when I came in here. And if I went to another school, I don't think I would ever learn how to sew. But now I know how to sew. Now I know how to hem pants. Now I know how to hem a shirt. And like, that's what's so great about ACU.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, I think along that same kind of note, just try new things, try different things, get a foot in a little bit of everything. I mean, I did that with my majors, but then also like within just the theater major, like Alex is talking about, there's so much opportunity to try different things. Like I started off like in my high school theater only like primarily doing performance and sometimes sound design, but then came to ACU and did a lot more. I did some performance and some dancing and stuff, but then also like playwriting and directing. And I was in a stage lighting class and programmed concert lights to a
Yeah.
whole song, which was a lot of fun. And I
Yeah.
was in a stage makeup class and like learning all different like realms of the theater, and loving all of them. Like try new things because you never know which ones you'll be like, oh, this is really great for me.
And don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Like you're gonna fail, especially if you pick a theater degree, you are gonna fail.
Yeah.
And it's just you gotta just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Because failure is the best teacher.
It is.
That's what my dad always said.
It is. It is the best teacher. You learn the most from it, and it prepares you for success with more humility.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I really appreciate your time today and helping promote theater in Abilene and promote our alma mater, ACU. Almost y'all's alma mater. You're almost at the finish line. Want to take a quick minute and thank Tim Prozier from In Focus Digital for continued assistance on the Travi Wavi and with the Neon Parrot Live. You can catch some of his commentary from the parade the other night as well. Also, we started another podcast with MC Hosea called MCJ's Rizism, where there's some discussion about autism and other mental health things. And I think we're going to do another episode this Friday, so tune in for that. I'm not sure if Ben's in the house yet, but the breakdown with Ben Fair will be on next. And come down Monday night, December 8th at 7 p.m. Grab a coffee at Majestic Coffee. Come over here and watch some wonderful original theater, 2 pieces written by Malachi, directed by Malachi, and another piece written and directed by Ashton. Will you guys be giving a talk back or anything?
Yes.
Okay, good. So a little audience participation there as well. Thanks again for your time, guys. Thanks for promoting theater, for being awesome, and keep telling your story.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
My
enjoyed
pleasure.
this.
Sam Wolf, producer extraordinaire, take us out, and we'll see you guys next Thursday. Thanks from the Travi Wavi.